What is up? How are you guys doing? And welcome back to the channel, Tennessee Whiskey Shaving, with your favorite talking torso, Wes. I hope all you guys are doing well. And I have a new soap here that's recently out for you guys to check out from one of my favorite artisans, Eric the Cajun Blade, and his collaboration with my good friend Barry Bedford at Texan Shaves. I'm sure you guys know him or have heard of him. He's pretty big in the shave community, but if you have not, please make sure you go check out his channel, at Texan Shaves. He puts out such great stuff. Right now, if you didn't know or if you haven't followed him or heard of him, he's doing this cool series called the Blizzard Battles that he does, well, yearly now. I guess this is his second year doing it because he's a menth head, not meth. We do not do, I don't do any drugs. But he is a huge mentholated fan like I am. So he collects a bunch of artisans mentholated soaps and then puts them in like a battle royale style kind of competition to see who has the best, strongest, mentholated soap. So definitely give him a look. But this is a collaboration between him and Eric the Cajun Blade, one of my favorite artisans. I'm really loving his soap. And this is a very masculine soap. And for today's shave, I will be using one of my favorite razors, and I haven't pulled it out in a long time, but it is unobtainium right now. This is a Yates Precision Manufacturing 921. I like the two-tone. I got the brass base plates for it and whatnot. But yeah, this is a EH plate, so I love this. And this is loaded with I believe this is going to be a third use AccuForge, or sorry, not AccuForge, but it's actually AccuThrive Med Prep blade. I love those blades. They're very good, sharp, super sharp, and awesome. I've been face lathering a lot lately, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Oh yeah, here you go. There's kind of your pour. There's your look at the tub. Sorry, it's a little messed up now, but scent off the tub is right where you want it on the Tennessee Whiskey Proof Scale, where 0 is the worst and 100 is the best. It is a solid 50 proof. And this is a very masculine smelling shave soap. Man, I love it. It's got so many notes that I love in it. So fresh out the shower, and I've had my face wet, so I've got my whiskers, my stubble, all properly prepped. Prep is key, guys. Prep is key. I hear a lot of people always talk about how they have sensitive skin and whatnot, and honestly, some of that stuff can be really alleviated or eliminated altogether if you just have good prep. Get your face nice and warm, get your hair nice and soft and hydrated with water. It makes a huge difference. If you have hard water and it seems like you can't get a good lather, or or if it just doesn't feel good on your skin, seriously, I mean, it's like $1 and some change. Go buy a gallon of distilled water and use that. Not having all those hard minerals in the water will make a huge difference. Huge difference. Try it and let me know what you think. So let me get my face wet here and trying to multitask for you guys. So when face lathering, of course, you want this stuff to go on nice and pasty. But look at how thick that is already. Oh yeah, also too, you guys know I'm a daily shaver, but just for you guys, I weathered the storm and I haven't shaved since Thursday, I think. So yeah, so I got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today's Monday. So I got 4 days growth for you guys. Three, well, I think three. I think I did shave on Friday. Yeah, I didn't shave over the weekend. So you guys got about 2 or 3 days growth. So you'll actually be able to see me and mow some stuff down. But I don't know if you guys can look and tell, but you can see that this is pasty. And that's what you want. You want it to start off like a paste. It should not be airy and bubbly or thin. You should be able to put this on and look, you can't really see my skin. Okay, that's how you want to start. And you add water. A little bit of water at a go. Not much. And you'll see it wake up. More water, still feels pasty. Eric's new F1 Brangus base is pretty thirsty, and that's what you want. You want a thirsty soap base. Let it soak up all that water, but you got to add the water in slowly. So, I forgot about the multitasking part here. So let me go ahead and get you for some of the sales page here. Neutral Grounds is an artisan tallow-based shave soap, and it is a collaboration between the Cajun Blade and a Texan Shaves. Between 1806 and 1812, a wild strip of land stretched between Spanish Texas and French Louisiana, known as the Neutral Ground or No Man's Land. It was flawless. Flawless. It was lawless. It was a law. Man, I'm on point today. Sorry, guys. It was a lawless buffer where soldiers feared to march, but outlaws, trappers, and fortune seekers thrived. It became a crossroads of cultures where grit met gumbo. I love me some gumbo. And the untamed frontier carried both danger and opportunity. That forgotten history is reborn in Neutral Ground, an artisan shave soap forged in collaboration between the Cajun Blade and a Texan Shaves. Its bold southern fragrance that honors the smoke, spice, and spirit of the Texas-Louisiana borderlands. All right. More to come. I'll get to the scent notes and whatnot here in a second, but I need to add more water. Gosh dang, this is good lather, man. And boy, does it smell good. Eric is getting better and better and better with each and every. His scents are getting so much more complex, and the fragrances, are getting blended so good. And then his base, man. Eric, if you guys didn't know, Eric is a straight shaver. He is a avid straight shaver. And man, I know you guys, if you guys haven't been on the channel before, if you're new, I know I got a lot of new subscribers since I've hit that 100 mark and I got a giveaway going. So I've got quite a bit of new subscribers. But if you guys don't know Eric the Cajun Blade, definitely go give him a look on Etsy. His Etsy store is there. I'll have a link in the description. And just look at that lather. That's what you want. Creamy, thick, luxurious, awesome. Oh yeah, today I'm also going to be using for my matchy here. I thought with the sunset and everything like that, and plus I'm just loving this brush, this Cleanso, with the orange and stuff. And I've got a a Pure Bliss, a 28 millimeter Pure Bliss, and not in here. I'm just loving it, man. I can't stop using this thing right now. I'm loving it. All right, so the scent notes on this, fellas. Ah! Dang, got too much crap. I was gonna shave with Nomad Theory. I had it out, but then man, I audibled because I had the neutral ground here on the counter too. I'm gonna shave with Nomad Theory later on. Of course, now my phone, there it goes. Okay, so the scent profile, we have top notes, a spark of pink grapefruit with a lift of Texas bluebonnet and a breeze of ozone, fresh ozone, with a heart of mesquite smoked cedar, bay rum spice, bourbon toasted pecan, honey almond warmth, and a green bite of bay leaf and tobacco, with a base of sandalwood, amber, royal tonka, patchouli oud wood, black salt, and cypress. And it's all anchored together with both white and Egyptian musk. Now, I mean, with all those scent notes, guys, you can tell this is going to be a complex. It's definitely a very complex fragrance, and man, but it smells awesome. I can't get another. I can't give enough superlatives. It smells so masculine. I mean, with all those scent notes, I mean, the main ones that I pick up on. So, I mean, I like the blue bonnet and I like the sweetness, I think, that the pink grapefruit puts into the blue bonnet. And the ozone is there. I can smell that off the top. I can get the bourbon roasted pecan big time. And the cedar, I get a lot of the cedar. That amber, I can get the amber and the amber and the patchouli and the oud, and then the musks. I mean, it all comes. I can pick up bits and pieces of it, but it smells so good. All right, guys, stretch the skin. Let's begin. I haven't used this razor in a long time, and I don't know why, because it is good. I really hope one of these days soon Razor Emporium will start making them again, because they bought out Jake Yates. They bought his stuff out, like his CNC machines or whatnot. Well, I've been blabbing for so long. Let me get this wet again. A lot of people forget the first word of wet shaving. So keep your face wet. So look at all that stuff. This stuff just mows it down. But man, I gotta say, with as good as this shave is, or this razor is, I mean, it's 50% razor and it's 50% soap. And Eric's soap does a phenomenal job of providing great shaves. You know, you got a great razor with a great soap equals a great shave squared. Yeah, this is really just taking it down. Maybe one of these days I'll talk to Eric and I'll get my own collaboration. That seems like the thing to do these days. But holy cow, man. I gotta say though, we are really getting spoiled these days with shave soaps. These artisans and stuff now are they're putting out such high quality stuff. Um, it's just insane. Eric's F1 Brangus base is just phenomenal. I know he uses grass fed. Beef tallow. Losing my grip on my razor. But man, so good. I cannot wait for the splash. So let me get my face wet and we'll go for round two. Yeah. One of the biggest things that you can tell on these newer shave soaps that have just awesome ingredients is the post shave feel. Uh, how your skin feels during the shave and even after. That is like one of the biggest uh, kickers to me that, you know, on these new bases and stuff, just the post shave feel is phenomenal. I mean, and then don't get me wrong. I mean, even during the shave, you know, the slickness and stuff of all the extra butters and oils and stuff that they put in there makes a huge difference. It really does. They're really stepping their game up. So, how many people are going to the Ohio Shavers meetup? I'll be there. I'll be heading out Thursday night, Friday morning, and I'll be there. Um, and to that note, channel news. Um, if I'm not going to be here, I mean, I'll try and get some sort of content or something throughout the week. But yeah, with me going to the Shavers meetup, the Ohio Shavers meetup, there's a pretty good chance that I won't have any videos or my Straight Shave Saturday video. But like I said, I will try to have something. But if I can't, I can't, because family and life come first. It's just like tonight or this evening. There's a band meeting for my son's band, so I got to go to that. And then also to give you guys a heads up for October, because October is going to be a busy month for me. Because I'm going to be going to my annual Bucks game in Tampa. Go hang out with some old Air Force buddies. And the wifey comes along. She's unfortunately a 49er fan, so I feel for her. But that's the game. We'll be going to the Bucks 49ers game in Tampa in October. And then the following weekend, I'll be heading to Texas for the F1 race for the United States Grand Prix. Let me get my face wet, and we'll go for round 3. So, and also the that weekend that the F1 race is going on, there's also the Texas shave meetup. There's a Texas shave meetup that's going on, or I think they call it like the swap, the Texas. I'll have to look it up, but I know there is a Texas thing going on that weekend as well. And I'm gonna try and make it to that since I'll be there in Austin. I'll be in the area, but the race comes first, man. The race comes first. And I'll be there all weekend for the Formula One race. I'll be there for Friday practice 1 and 2, Saturday practice 3, and then qualifying. And then of course the race on Sunday. And then we'll leave and head out. My buddy's got a toter home and stuff, so I got the campground spot there on the at the race at COTA, Circuit of the Americas. So we'll be staying there, queuing it up, and maybe partaking in a little beverage here and there. Should be a good time though. But anyway, all that stuff to say, October might be a little light on content as well. Well, I get all that stuff going on. Man, I don't know if you guys are paying attention or if you're looking, but just look at that. You just add a little bit of water and the lather explodes. And man, does it smell good. If you like, your masculine scents, your musky masculine, like bourbony, cedary. I mean, that mesquite smoked cedar comes through awesomely. But if you like that kind of stuff, this is gonna be right up your alley. And then it gives you got that little bit of brightness up top with the pink grapefruit and the Texas bluebonnet. That bluebonnet to me smells fantastic. That was that for me, that was the big draw of Texas Spirit. When Barry had his collaboration with Doug Lane at Adopted Acres, and they had Texas Spirit. Man, that blue bonnet on top of on what Doug did was like chef's kiss. That is a awesome note. And if you guys have never had the chance to try a Yates Precision EH plate, against the grain is where this thing really, really shines. Such a smooth, comfortable shave and efficient. Very efficient. Not a whole lot of touch up work I gotta do after it. Yeah, how my skin feels with having this shave soap just sitting on it there for a little bit. Oh, I guess I got a bump right there. I can tell that I'm used to a different razor. I don't know if you guys saw right there. I was trying to find that angle. I've gotten used to I got muscle memory built into a different razor that I've been using. Yeah, I was on Daniel Maroney's live shave yesterday on Instagram talking with him. I it popped in my head a good mashup for neutral ground might be Destin Breeze. I was like, man, that sounds fantastic. Because if you guys haven't tried Eric's Destin Breeze, you guys are missing out. That is a fantastic, fantastic scent. But yeah, so here soon, I'm gonna do a neutral ground Destin Breeze mashup and see how that goes together. Oh yeah, and life news. I'm officially down 80 pounds. I weighed in at 178.6 the other day. So that was nice. Getting healthy again. All right, gents, the shave is done. Let me get cleaned up and we'll be back for the best part of the shave. Yeah, barely any feedback from the alum. I get it, of course I get it right here in the sensitive areas, a little bit. And it seems like every once in a while I can get like a phenomenal shave. Great, awesome. And I'll get like no feedback, in that area. But no matter what, it seems like usually I get some sort of little something, here. Like just a small burn, nothing big, nothing bad. But I've been using alum a lot lately too to try and maybe take the zing out of the alcohol splash. Sometimes, um, it just comes off and it's just really strong. So if I use the alum and ahead of time, it really kind of helps take the edge off. All right, and we are back for the best part of the shave. So here we go. I have, of course, the neutral ground after sauce. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. This is a skin food style after shave splash. Eric calls his after sauce, and he cleverly puts them in these like little Louisiana hot sauce bottles. I think that's so neat. Nice little touch there of creativity. All right. Mm. Oh yeah. Mm. Smells great. I'm trying to let the alcohol dry down. Oh, there we go. Now it's going out. Hmm. Oh man. Yeah. So nice. It's a nice bracing burn. I mean, I could tell though if I didn't put the alum on beforehand, um, it probably would have stung pretty good. But like I said, putting that alum on in advance really kind of takes the edge off of the alcohol burn. So it's really kind of a nice bracing. Man, oh my god. This is a complex scent. There is a lot going on in it. But it smells phenomenal. This one is this one's really good, guys. The woody, musky, masculine. Man, the patchouli, the amber, the sandalwood. It's all starting to kind of poke through there. You get that spice, that spicy little kick from the bay leaf, and maybe that bay rum spice too a little bit, but and the black salt maybe that might give it a little bit of a kick. I don't really get any tobacco, but I mean that just could be where it's blended in there. Tobacco and amber, they blend so well, so maybe it just does something. And it could be maybe with that honey almond and stuff. Maybe all the way that stuff goes together. Like I said, there's a lot going on, but it is nice, guys. This is very nice. So, and of course, like I said, with these new bases and stuff that are coming out, from like Eric the Cajun Blade, his F1 Brangus base, all the extra stuff that he's putting in there, the higher quality butters and oils and tallows. the way your skin feels after, and plus with his after sauce, it's got witch hazel and um, aloe vera, vegetable glycerin, vitamin E oil, tea tree oil, and it does have some menthol in it, so I love that aspect. So you do get kind of that nice cooling, like a little burn from the menthol. This one is not, it's not heavily mentholated at all. It is very nice. But the way your skin feels after you're shaving, that post-shave feel is what makes the biggest difference, with these kind of artisans. Like I said, I mean, the slickness is there, the cushion is there. Like I said, Eric is a straight shaver, so anybody that straight shaves regularly and knows the ins and outs of it, if you know what you're doing, and you make your soap and stuff, you're gonna make a soap. It's gonna be an awesome soap for a straight shave, because I mean, a straight shave can be very unforgiving. You really gotta focus and and pay attention, and you don't have that safety bar anymore. So you know you are your safety bar, and how you control your angle, your pressure, all that stuff. It all goes into it. And of course, just a good soap, makes it, just elevates that experience, and it makes it so much better. And that's exactly what this does. And this fragrance that Eric did, man, he knocked it out of the park. This is a phenomenal fragrance. I love it. It's one of my favorites of his. It's Destin Breeze, was really good, and that was a favorite of mine, and this one's right up there with it. So great job, Eric. Awesome job, man. I'm loving Neutral Ground. Barry Bedford, you too, brother, as well. For giving him scent note ideas and whatnot, and then just letting Eric maybe run with it, and then bouncing ideas off of each other. You guys did an awesome job. I can't say enough good things. So as normal, I always get my wife's thoughts on what I'm using. And so for the Tennessee Wifey Proof Scale, where 0 is the worst and 100 is the best, the Wifey really likes this one. The Wifey gave this an 80 proof. She loves Neutral Ground. She says, that the grapefruit, she likes that hit of grapefruit and bluebonnet up front the most, but she says the way everything just kind of seems like it blends together very nicely. She likes, like, when I wear this around, when I put the splash on for the first time, I was walking around, she perked up a little bit. She's like, "Ooh, what do you got on? What is that?" So she really likes this. As far as I'm concerned, for the Tennessee Whiskey Proof Scale, where again 0 is the worst and 100 is the best, I give Neutral Ground an 85 proof. I like this stuff. I'm telling you, man, it's good. It is good stuff. Good. It is right up my alley. All these scent notes, the masculinity of it, and then with the little bit of that, you get that little, hint of freshness and sweetness, from the bluebonnet and the pink grapefruit and the ozone. Everything just blends together so well. And then, see, like I'm getting now, I'm like moving my hands around, and I get like this little hit of like that bourbon toasted pecan, and it's like it gives you like this kind of sweetness to it, like praline pecans or whatever, I mean, it's got kind of like that thing to it. But then you got everything else, like those Egyptian and white musks and the patchouli oud and amber and the sandalwood. Yeah, I can't keep going. I mean, I'm gonna sound like a broken record over and over again. This is good stuff. Highly recommend. You definitely need to go pick some up. Again, I will leave Eric's Etsy store address in the description below, as well as I will keep up the link to my subscriber celebration give back video as well. If you guys have not left a comment on that video, please do so. That's how you are kind of entered into the give back. you have to be a subscriber, and you have to comment the best community on that video. And of course, again, I will leave the link for that video below. But subscribe and leave the comment the best video on that video link on that my subscriber celebration give back video, and you could win your choice of you get a $50 gift card from your choice of either Sterling Soaps, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, or Subtle Art Soap Company. All right, well, fellas, I always say that I try and keep these short, but no matter what, I got you for 30 or 40 minutes, it seems like. So on that note, I will not hold you up anymore. Again, thanks for joining me and listening to some old man babble about soap and scrape some sharp steel on his face. I always like to, I just love this community. Shaving is therapy for me. I love giving back, so I try to give you guys good suggestions to use, and yeah. So on that note, the wet shaving community is the best community. Be happy, be positive, and I'll catch you on the next one.